Come on in, guys. Y'all grab those notebooks, grab those pens, because we gonna be dropping bombs, nuclear bombs today. Going live. And we got Mr. Noah Bun, Coach to Noah Bun in the building. Y'all come on, grab those notebooks. We got some new people coming in today. Want to give a shout out to my new friend from TikTok, Jessica, Miss Vanessa, Mama, everybody. It's good to see everybody. What's up, India Baker? Longtime follower from TikTok. So we're gonna count down and we getting ready to start the show. Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, Mama. What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, Ashton? Talked to my sister a few minutes ago. She's up in Nashville, and believe it or not, she was on the road. We FaceTimed, and she was at a gas station in line waiting to get gas, and we talked for a few minutes. It just blows my mind where we are right now. Do y'all remember the toilet paper debacle from last year? And I'll talk about that later on in the show. But just relax, everybody. I'm gonna talk about that when I do my power word from today. But we have, and I tell her this all the time, 11 years ago now, right at the beginning of me becoming a life coach, I was sifting through all of these radio shows and talk shows and life coaches from California to Istanbul. But lo and behold, I found a talk show on Blog Talk Radio, All Things Audacity, and this woman with this silky smooth voice, and I mean powerful. And she had me at hello, and we've been friends ever since. She certified me. She believes in me, and we're just friends. She's like another sister from another mister. She's a great woman, and I'm telling you, I don't know a word to really describe. And I tell all the time how much she means to me. But anyway, she was here 1 month and a week ago, and I said we got to have you back on the show today to talk about mental health awareness. And she said, "Sure, Dr. Sam." So without any further ado, the legend to Noah Bond. How you doing, girl? How you doing?
I'm good, but when you tell people I certified you, it sounds like I deemed you crazy, right? It's like, damn. All right, in Mental Health Awareness Month, she certified me, y'all. Damn.
I know, right? I know, right? People look at us kind of side eye when we tell them we life coaches and everything. They like, okay, that's the buzzword now. Everybody want to be a life coach, but like you and I have talked about so many times, everybody cannot be a life coach. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me ask you this, and this is a great segue. What inspired you to be a life coach, to Noah?
I don't. So when I look at purpose, I don't believe that you are inspired in life to be something. I believe that you are born to be that.
Right.
I've always said that I believe that when whatever you call him, her, it, that created this world and made you a human,
Right.
whatever it is that you call him, when he created you, he calls you not by Walter or to Noah. He calls you by that which he created you for. So I am called. If I'm walking down the street and somebody says coach, I will turn around.
That's
if
good.
I'm walking down the street and somebody says minister, I will turn around. If I'm walking down the street and somebody says friend, I will turn around.
That's awesome.
Because that is part of my purpose being, and that's who I was intended to be. I've been this since a little girl.
That's
I've had
awesome.
adults who would come up to me as a little girl to ask me for advice.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the advice they received, they would decide whether or not they were happy with me or mad with me. And then they was like, what's now somewhere? And it's like, you sought me out, right?
That,
Like I didn't come find you. You
Yes,
came
right.
to find me.
Yeah, you've said that
So
a lot of times. You said that a lot of times.
yes,
People did not necessarily agree with all of the advice you would give them at any given
right.
time.
And people from a little girl, people have called me a witch. It's like, how do
What?
you know the things that you know? How do you see the things that you see? But that's what I mean by when you're born into a calling,
Right.
you do that from the day that you are born and you
That's
see things
awesome.
people don't see. Coaching is not about advice.
That's
Coaching is
right.
about asking the right question, hearing, watching a person's mannerisms, the things that they do
Right.
say, the things that they don't say, piecing it all together and then presenting it back to them because
That's
life
right.
is a mirror,
That's
right?
exactly right.
So if life is a mirror and you ask me a question, then I can only give you the reflection of the answer. I can't make up an answer because if it resonated, it was because it was a reflection.
That's
It
good.
wasn't because it was something I made up. Things that people make up don't resonate, they don't stick,
That's right.
right? And my mother used to always say, you can't defend yourself against a lie. It's only the truth. When somebody presents the truth back to you,
That's good.
that's when people have an issue because they weren't ready for it. And it's like, how do you see the things that you see, little children of the corn? They used to call me children of the corn. They used to call me a witch.
Wow. Wow. And you've stayed on task this entire time. You have stayed on task from then to now. You stayed
Yeah.
on task. And that's a great segue into our conversation. They mending the mind. So how do you stay to that point? How do you stay so grounded in your calling, in that thing that you've been called to do? What keeps you so mentally aware?
It's crazy because when I try to step away, that's when I have more issues. I remember once a supervisor, I was working for Disney in California, and I used to always, like, my coworkers, like, no matter where I am. I had an issue last night and ended up leaving a board of an organization I was a part of because I ask questions that people don't want to answer or hear, right? And so I remember a supervisor saying to me, it's not so much that people don't like you. And even if they don't worry about that. We respect you. So when you are trying to not be who you are, because sometimes I would go in a meeting and just not try to be me or not try to be the person, right, that I knew people had an issue with. And she said, when you're not the person who we know you to be, we can't respect you. Don't worry about us liking you. Always be you so that people respect you. And I think that's the walk I've always had. And usually when I try to step out of that, it's not even so much that you may not respect me, she may not respect me, he may not respect me. It's I don't respect me. And again, life is a mirror. And so if I'm mirroring non-self-respect, then what are you going to do with that? You're going to imitate what I've given you. You can only give me back what I give you, right?
That's right. That's right.
And it's only going to resonate because it's already my truth. You don't have enough power to change my truth. I don't have enough power to change your truth. I can only offer you what I see, and it resonates because it's already planted and grounded. And that seed that you don't want to grow.
Come on.
Right? And it's who are you to water this seed? And so now I'm going to do everything to disparage your name. I would rather disparage your name than honor my truth. What? People do that all the time.
Girl, where's my mic? I gotta drop it. So that begs the question, Coach. That begs the question. So a lot of time, the mental illness, if you will, comes from we are trying to deny who we really are.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. So why do people fight that so much? Why do we fight our truth? Why do you and I have to help people see that? Why do people fight that so much, Coach?
Because it's not comfortable. And if you look at the world, and so let's go back, right, to the ancestor of the ancestors, first men that ever walked the earth, right? They learned that in order to fight the big animals,
that's right,
they had to bond together. So that's where this social thing came from. We weren't born to be social animals, right? We were born individuals. I came into this world alone, I'm gonna die alone, right?
Come on now, come on.
But somewhere along the way, we learned that in order to be See the air quotes? Safe. You can't because I got this little. I'm gonna turn
like
this little
that. I
video
like
thing
that.
off behind me because I want y'all to, when I make air quotes, I want y'all to see my air quotes. I want y'all to know when I'm like, okay.
What'd you say?
You know, in order to be safe in this world, we found people who were like-minded and who would have our back. And then somewhere along the way, we started getting stabbed in the back by those same people. It's like, okay, well, you keep me safe in this situation, but you can't always keep me safe. People don't want those around them who are going to always give them the truth. We just seek people to keep us safe.
Wow.
Right. And so I didn't went off on a tangent. What did you ask me?
No, you no, you going good. I'm why do okay. Part of where we're going, part of the mental illness is fighting who we are. And you're saying what you're pointing to, what is so paradoxical or what's such a catch-22, we fight those people that are telling us the truth of who we are, but yet we fight them because we want to stay comfortable.
We want to stay comfortable and we want to appease the people who we think are supposed to keep us safe. And if I go against the grain,
come on,
I don't have anybody. You ever notice that it's the great people who are on that ledge by themselves?
I had this conversation yesterday. You're exactly right.
You can't take everybody with you because most people would rather stay crabs in a bucket. You ever notice like you're in the bucket too?
Right.
There's this saying that I love, and I use this whenever I need to get into a master's program or a PhD program. You have to write that letter to the school as to why should I accept you. One thing I always bring up is the story of the paradoxical and mythical, if you will, story of the flea. So, but if you in real life, if you think of a flea, fleas jump really high, right?
I'm jotting that down.
When you want to stop a flea, like you put a flea in a jar, right, and he's always going to jump out the jar because fleas are trained to jump.
Right.
When you want to stop him, you put a lid on the jar.
Right.
And he's always going to keep jumping really high because that's what he does. But as he jumps, he's going to keep hitting his head on the lid.
Right.
And eventually he trains himself to not jump as high as the lid anymore because he doesn't want the pain of the jump. He doesn't want the pain of being everything he's intended to be. Wow. Once he's trained, you can remove the lid off the jar. And guess what happens with the flea? He never again jumps out the jar. Because he didn't like the pain. So when you are surrounded by people who want you to stay inside of the jar, they are going to train you to be, I feel all this emotion coming. They're going to train you to be in pain every time you try to do something great. Well, you can't do that. Well, nobody wants to hear that. Well, we won't want to do that. Well, what you think you know everything? Oh, you think you're smarter than us? Oh, pipe that down. Don't ask those questions. They're going to make sure you're in pain, and then they're going to gather all their little minions.
Come on with it.
To make sure that that is echoed. So that if you're not strong enough, if you haven't unleashed your inner warrior, which is what I help people to do.
That's good, coach.
Then you will go with the words of the barrel instead of realizing your limitations have been removed and jump out.
There you go.
I need to free myself from the crabs in the barrel, from the fleas in the barrel, if you will.
There you
and
go.
The only way to do that is to retrain myself to escape the pain. It's like pain is life. Pain is sickness leaving the body, right? Drill sergeants used to say, that's make it hurt. We used to have to say, make it hurt, drill sergeant, make it hurt. But pain is what reminds you you're alive, and it's that pain that you have to push for. You need that pain to know that you're going somewhere.
That's good. And thank you for your service, coach.
Oh, thank you.
That is, coach did. So
I'm going to be mentally ill as long. So it's not mental illness is not because I stayed with the group. Mental illness is because I chose to stay in the pain.
Oh, coach. See, that's another take. You went where I wanted to go. That's another take. I gave an assignment yesterday to a client, and I said, do this for me. And I've taught on this before. I said, I want you to study, do Wikipedia, however you want to do it. I love Google. I said, I want you to study the eagle, and I want you to study chickens. Mm-hmm. And I want you to bring to me why an eagle cannot hang with chickens. She said, Dr. Sims, this is why I'm glad I work with you, and help us unpack that. Why can an eagle, to your point, why can an eagle and a chicken cohabitate?
So because this is Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm going to put myself on the line and let you guys know. I literally had this conversation yesterday with my own therapist, and I am pretty sure this man every week thinks, how did I end up with her? Like, how did I end up with her as a client? Good Lord, help me Jesus, right? We had this conversation yesterday, and one of the things he asked me, he said was, when you are in that pain cycle, you don't always, it's like, he said, you sit in it sometimes. Why is that? And I said, because I truly believe we invite pain in to learn a lesson. And I have spent my entire life learning the lesson. But one thing we have to remember is that when you look at a chicken and an eagle, eagles will always soar and fly higher. Chickens can't. They can jump off the ground and fly a little bit, but they can't fly. So they are only relegated, not regulated, but relegated to the area in which, the yard or the coop in which they have been placed. They can't escape if they wanted to, unless you leave the door open. You leave the door open, they can walk out, but it's not an escape because they're just like, what's out there?
That's right.
The eagle finds himself, he may duck down to get a meal, but when he realizes, oh hell, I'm in the wrong place.
Girl,
These people can't fly.
You on the phone with me yesterday. Right. Coach.
They can't fly. It's time for me to resign this position because I'm around people who cannot fly. I'm around people who will always be relegated to the area, to the coop in which they're in, and they don't want to see higher, bigger, and better. So that eagle is like, I gotta go where my flight pattern from birth.
That's it.
The eagle comes into this world knowing that it flies high.
Yeah.
The mother eagle teaches those eaglets. She keeps dropping them from certain heights, and she watches. Up. She never goes in to save them. Because she knows eventually, hey, right? What was indoctrinated into them at birth will come out.
I'm telling you, you were on the phone with me yesterday. I appreciate you so much. So give us, and good morning, everybody. I am with my coach, Tanoa Bond. She was here last month, and Mental Health Awareness Month. I had to bring her on with us today. So give us a couple of things as we close out the interview. Give us a couple of things that'll help us soar and help us to rise above and just help us to be who we've been called to be. Give us a couple of nuggets.
I wanted to, because we're talking about mental health and this mental health awareness, and you asked me earlier, you asked me some pointed questions about mental health. And one thing I want to say is like schizophrenia, right? The brain is naturally schizophrenic. It's when the brain can't hold another thing that it actually falls apart. And that's why it's schizophrenia, because we're supposed to be able to do multiple things. But it's not even so much that people are mentally ill. It's that we are ill-equipped, right? We are no longer the social beings we used to be. And we are now biting at people until they kind of lose it a little bit. So let me have a conversation with you really quick.
Come on.
Quickly. Let's just, we're in the grocery store. I see you in the grocery store. Hey, Walter, how are you?
Hey, Tanoa, how you doing?
Nope. That's not what you usually do, right? So we're going to start over.
Okay.
Hey, Walter, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
Okay. So you just said, I am fine. How are you? So let's stop.
Okay.
That morning, you may have, I don't want to put this in the universe for you at all. You may have had a horrible morning, right? You may have, found yourself, I love the phrase from the movie Crash where they say, a car accident kind of reminds you of life because people are constantly crashing into each other just to have some type of touch, right?
Right.
So we touch each other and we say, how are you? But we never tell the truth because you just said, I'm fine. How are you? Now ask me.
Okay, Tanoa, good morning. How are you doing today?
Had a horrible day.
Okay.
Life just seems like it's continuing to fall apart.
Wow.
Now, was that a question? Was that an answer we were expecting in the grocery store?
No, ma'am.
No, we're expecting people to say what?
Oh, I'm
I'm
fine,
fine.
child.
How are
I'm just
you?
here to get some chicken.
Just here to get some chicken, right? And the minute somebody tells the truth, we become uncomfortable unless you've been called. I
That
get
is a
people all the
good
time that tell
point.
me their truth because they feel it. They're like, "Oh, she called right there. Let me go meet her and dump everything in 30 minutes." Right?
That's a
We can,
good point because it catches off guard. I did that
yeah.
last week. I just pause and ask everybody how you doing. And when you're going through the grocery store or you doing your thing, you at the gas station, whatever. Hey man, how you doing? Everything good? What's up, man? You know what? Did you watch that game this weekend? We don't even
Right.
pause long enough for a good answer.
No. And when they give us the answer, we're uncomfortable because that's not a normal conversation, right? So in Mental Health Awareness Month, the biggest nugget that I can give you is pause long enough for people to share what's really going on with them. Because sometimes you just never know, and I get it. Oh, girl, I'm so busy. I don't even have time for that. I'm so busy. I'm so
That's
busy. I'm so
right.
busy. We elevate our busy so much. Oh my God, like it's a badge of honor. I'm so busy,
Right.
right?
Right.
But really, it's did we take the time to have a normal conversation?
Wow.
Right? Did we take the time? I'm trying to see if I wrote something down that I wanted to say. Did we take the time to take care of somebody? If I walked up to you and said, I'm having surgery today because
Yeah.
they found a tumor or they found a this, are you going to say, oh girl, shake that off, you all right?
Amen.
No, you're going to tell me to go to the doctor, right?
Amen.
Go ahead and have your surgery. But if I walk up to you and tell you I'm having a mental health crisis,
Right.
shake that off.
Come on.
And we can't do that's not right. So in Mental Health Awareness Month, the biggest thing that I can say for you to feel powerful and to step into your power is to allow the ground that you walk on to be open enough that somebody can approach you.
Right.
And because the universe is a mirror, when people show up to tell you that they're not having a great day, it's not because they're trying to dump on you,
Right.
but it's more than likely because they notice it in you too. And that is a great moment for the two of you to have a powerful moment with each other, as opposed to feeling like, I don't have time for that.
That's
what you're really saying is, I don't have time for my own healing.
That's good word.
Because I'm never healing you. Right? Eastern philosophy says we teach that which we most need to learn. I'm not healing you. I'm giving you a nugget that I can hear for myself.
That's good.
So that we can have this powerful moment together. So that's what I would end with.
That is good. So what's next for you to know? What are you working on? What's going on with you?
I mean, I will always say the same thing. Right now, I'm just looking to help people learn to unleash their inner warrior.
That is good.
I don't jump into the busy train of here are my 15 websites, here are my this, here, come to my class.
Right.
You know, the people who want to find me will, just like you found me 10 years ago.
That's
right. And I became your coach 10 years ago, a decade ago, right?
That's right.
People will find me, and that's what I'm working on. I'm always working to help people to unleash. I'm always stepping in my own truth. I'm always putting my neck out, and when it doesn't work out, I remember that I was placed here on this earth to be the person that sticks their neck out so that other people can know what it looks like.
That is awesome. Just give your email address out real quick.
TanoaBond@gmail.com.
That is so good. It's good to see you, and you are looking, as my young folks would say, you are looking fierce today. You hear me? She was dancing on She was dancing on Instagram last week, y'all. Come on, strike a pose. Strike a pose. That is awesome, y'all. That's my coach, my friend, she has just been a blessing to me since December of 2009. We me, her, and Kiki worked on certification, all that good stuff, and we've been together ever since. And just thank God for you, my friend, and many blessings over you, and just keep being fabulous. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, y'all, that's my coach. That's Tanoa Bond, y'all. Was that not a great conversation, everybody? That was good. And I hope y'all took a whole lot of notes. My guest tomorrow, let me see. My guest tomorrow is Dr. Marilyn Porter. Since this is Mental Health Month, tomorrow we're going to talk about God has already given you the answer. Why you keep asking him that same question? He's already given you the answer. And where you're struggling, you don't want to deal with what he has shown you. Tune in tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We're going to have a great conversation tomorrow. Listen, we're going to run to a quick commercial, and we're going to be right back. Hold tight. We'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App, $.
Listen, guys, coaches have two issues: affordability and accessibility. But I've taken care of this in one fell swoop with the Motivation Zone. We have people that are part of that in here right now. And the price point is only $147 a month. You get 5 things. You get a free ebook, Walking Purpose, Grow Rich. You get a Living Motivated, get your notebook journal. And you're going to get a training series I did last April. It's a 30-day training. Am I climbing the right mountain? As she talked about, we are purpose, and if you're not walking in that, that leads to a whole lot of issues. That training by itself is worth the investment, and you're going to get a seat in my private coaching group, my mastermind, and I coach them the last Tuesday of the month. And you're going to get a monthly Zoom call with me. And so listen, everybody needs a life coach. I have one, I've had one, and I have business coaches, etc. But iron sharpens iron, and get the help that you need. Let's jump to shaking my head segment. Oh my goodness, guys, do we really have a gas shortage? Come on. Did we learn anything from last year? Did we learn anything? Did we learn anything? Fear of South Georgia gas shortage rises with pipeline shut down. Did we learn anything last year from the toilet paper debacle? People fighting over toilet paper last year blows my mind. And people now hoarding gas. Where are you going? The only advice I'm going to give you, if you have to go somewhere, go. Maybe carpool. If you have an opportunity, top your gas off. I top my gas off. I got a full tank of gas. And Mama always said, if you get to a half a tank, fill it up. Okay? But if everybody runs out and gets gas, guess what's gonna happen? A shortage. But we are anxious creatures, okay? Calm down. Relax, okay? Read my lips. Relax. Let me show you a couple of videos from TikTok. And I got one of my new TikTok friends in here today. Her name is Jessica. Y'all wave to Jessica. What's up, Jade? Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Mama. Mama always want me to give her a shout out, so I got to give Mama a shout out. But hey, everybody, happy Willing Wednesday. I love y'all. We got about 5 more minutes because I got to change clothes. We got Bible study at the top of the hour. So, but anyway, watch these few TikToks that I put together.
Gas shortage in Florida.
Make no damn sense.
Guys, this don't make
no sense. Where the hell y'all going with all this damn gas? Huh? If there's an apocalypse, bitch, y'all the only people that's gonna be saved. This is disturbing to me that y'all are panicking this much. Where y'all going? This is really like an episode of Black Mirror or American Unseasoned Story. Seriously, where y'all going? And this man right here about tired of all y'all. You know why? Because everybody is doing too damn much. Right. This is like when y'all tried to take all the toilet tissue out of the stores and nobody else could get toilet tissue. What are we doing right now? Can somebody explain?
Y'all remember last year when everybody went out to go get toilet paper because they thought there was going to be a shortage, but ended up there wasn't really going to be a shortage, but because everybody rushed to the store and bought all the toilet paper, they made a shortage. Y'all doing that right now with gasoline, so stop it. Stop panic buying gasoline, okay? You're making a shortage when there wasn't going to be a shortage. Some of y'all learned nothing from 2020, and it shows.
Guys, I'm loving TikTok, right? Like the toilet paper shortage, panic buying gas worsens impact of colonial pipeline hack. People feel like it's a conspiracy. People feel like the Democrats are doing something. Stop all of that. Just relax. Take a deep breath, relax. And that's a great segue into my power word. Understanding. What does Proverbs say? One of my favorite books. What does Proverbs say in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7? In all thy getting, get an understanding. And the definition of understanding is having insight or good judgment. Use good judgment. Come on, use good judgment. If you have to go somewhere, go. Take your time. Run all of your errands at one time. Let's be thoughtful. Have good judgment. Don't lose your mind. I'm so glad I am a person that understands. Write this in your notes. It's not when you know better that you'll do better. It's when you understand better that you'll do better. All this year, while we have been in a pandemic, what do we say? We choose faith over fear. And anxiety comes, and fear would make you believe in something that may or may not happen, probably won't happen. Fear is real. Fear is the antithesis of faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. But fear is a belief system. You are putting energy. You are believing in something that may or may not happen. And that's why part of coaching, I tell my clients, you got to create a new story. You got to tell yourself a new story. Oh, come on, somebody. I got to coach you a little bit. Let me coach you a little bit. I'm gonna ask you. And I asked Tanoa. I said, "How have you stayed grounded?" She said, "Dr. Sam, it's not necessarily I was inspired to be a coach. I was born this way." Come on, somebody. What does Lady Gaga say? I was born this way. This is who I am. I am an encourager. I'm an exhorter. I'm a motivator. That's why I'm the minister of motivation. Come on, somebody. Are you living on or in your purpose? Thank you, Miss Vanessa, for that number. Are you living on or in your purpose? When you're living on purpose, you don't have time for nothing else. You wake up with your mind on what you're supposed to be doing, which we're going to talk about during Bible study. Are you living on or in your purpose? You are so excited, you don't want to go to sleep at night. You're so excited, you can't wait to wake up in the morning. You have a big enough why that fuels you every day. This is what I have to do. You see what I'm doing? This is what I've been called to do. And it's easy. It's so easy. Come on. And this is why I'm doing something. I'm doing something, guys. I'm doing something. People have asked me, Dr. Sims, how is it that you do what you do? Well, I put together a workshop that's only for a handful of people. How to stand out online in 7 easy steps. Just run to How to Stand Out Online. I'm opening this up next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I have for a waiting list. To get on the waiting list, I have a spot for 15 people. And you need to be part of that. Because y'all say, Dr. Sim, how do you pull everything together? This creativity. What I did last year, I was doing the challenge. I started walking at the gym. I did treadmill talks. The gym got shut down. I took it outside to the park. And then I had an epiphany one day. I said, why don't I do a challenge? Because Miss Vanessa said, Dr. Sim, right now, during this pandemic, we need to hear your voice now more than ever. I said, okay. And so I did that 30-day Am I Climbing the Right Mountain, which is a training class now. And all of this live streaming I've done has evolved into my daily talk show. You either have an excuse or you figure out a way. When you want to do it, you'll figure out a way. When you don't want to do it, you'll come up with all kind of excuses. I woke up feeling some kind of way today. I said, I got to do it. We got too much to talk about today. And here we are. So again, real quickly, go to howtostandoutonline.com and get on the waiting list. I only have spots for 15 people. You get on the waiting list, How to Stand Out Online. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'm gonna give some insights as to how I pulled all this together. And one thing that I'm gonna talk about in the workshop is you have to believe in yourself. I gave Jessica, I coached on demand with Jessica this morning on her TikTok live. And I gave her a tip. See, I coach on demand. This is what I do. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Jade. Thank you, Miss Jade. And y'all, that's Jade Coleman right there. She is so pretty. Jade Coleman Walker, that is a pretty child. She has a beautiful spirit. If anybody knows Jade, Rufus is a blessed man, and she'll say in a minute, Rufus blessed too. Let me do love real quick. Let me do some love real quick. What's love got to do with relationships?
You know me? Huh? You know me? Yes. You know me? Yes. You know me?
Listen, guys. Listen, and I'm bringing this back for emphasis. And I'm talking to all the ladies and men right now. Stop focusing on what you can get. This is powerful. Start focusing on what you can give. Screenshot this. You want to revolutionize the dating scene in your life? Stop focusing on what somebody can give you and what you can receive. Turn that energy. Start focusing on what you can give. Trust. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. You know, people talking about, I'm ready for a relationship. Are you really? Are you really? Well, listen, I got to get ready. I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for Bible study. If you want to tune in on Bible study, just stay on my YouTube channel. And do me a favor, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me bring that up real quick. Please do this for me. I'm on my road to 1,000 subs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to drwalterson.tv. Some of y'all on there right now, and you think it may not make a huge difference, but just click on that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification so you can know when I go live. And again, I appreciate everybody today. And remember this: if you stay high on life, life will stay high on you. I coached somebody on this yesterday. You got to stay in this positivity spirit. I mean, I'm going to talk about it in Bible study. You got to stay right here. Avoid negativity. I'm going to give you this. I'm giving this. Put this in your notes. I'm giving you this. I'm coaching you today with this. Check your circle. Check your circle. I talk about this in Living Motivated. Check your circle. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around. And your circle may need to become a dot, a period. Your circle is too big. And this is the way you decide who stays in your circle. If they add or multiply, keep. If they subtract or divide, exit stage left. Okay? This is how you decide who stays in your circle. If they add, multiply, you can stay. If you divide, subtract, or divide, what did Beyonce say? To the left, to the left, to the left. Let me get out of here. Remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.